last the last lecture we tried to distinguish between the types of institutions, formal and informal institutions, and we gave examples of formal institutions, we gave examples of informal institutions. Today I want to talk about the central argument of the institutionalist school of thought. So when Barack Obama tells you that Africa needs strong institutions and Africa doesn't need strong men, what is he talking about? The answer lies in reappreciating and understanding the central argument of the institutionalist school of thought. So when we talk about central argument of the institutionalist school of thought, it is just a simple argument that encapsulates five key requirements that must be there for us to have strong institutions, that's all. And so by way of going into detail, when we talk about the central argument of the institutionalist school of thought, the first thing we talk about is that there must be rules. There must be rules. And the question you should ask yourself is that in the various organizational setups that you find yourself, in the various institutional setups that you find yourself, in the country in which you find yourself, are there rules? Are there laws? That is key. Are there rules? Are there laws? If you use Ghana as an example, there are laws, there are rules in Ghana. In fact, if you come to many developing countries, we have all the rules, we have all the laws. Sometimes we even inch closer to totalitarianism, a system of government that wants to make laws to control every aspect of human behavior, including the way they reason and they think. So my point is that if you come to Ghana, of all the laws, compare the size of our constitution to the size of the American Constitution. See, Ghana's constitution is bigger than the US Constitution. It tells you that we have all the rules, we have all the laws in our part of the world. To talk about institutions being strengthened, the first argument, as far as the central argument of the institutionalist school of thought, simply says that there should be rules. And I'm saying that if you come to many developing countries, there are all the rules. But so we don't falter, in that on that requirement. In terms of we having the laws, we have them. We have all the rules. We have all the laws. We keep making them. We make laws. Our parliament didn't used to make laws. It used to just approve bills from the executive arm of government. And thankfully these days, there are efforts to encourage the introduction of private members and bill. And so beyond our parliament approving bills emanating from the executive arm of government, parliament itself is also initiating processes towards legislation. And so we have all the rules. If you come to the various universities, we have all the rules. If you go to various setups, you go to church, there are rules. If you go to the family, there are rules. If you go to all the settings that allows us to have some interactions amongst ourselves, there are rules that are regulating how things will have to be done. And if you come to Ghana, we have all the laws, we have all the rules. And so the first basic requirement is met as far as the central argument of the institutionalist school of thought is concerned. There should be rules. And I'm saying in many developing countries, including Ghana, we have all the fine rules codified. And sometimes they are not even codified. They are scattered, they are all over the place in terms of conventions and customs. I would move on to the next requirement as I discuss the central argument of the institutionalist school of thought. Thank you.